What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be talking about a lawsuit going against YouTube from some of the LGBT creators here on the platform for allegedly discriminating against their community and their content here on the platform. I figured it was going to be just a matter of time before somebody sued YouTube for this, honestly, because, I mean, it's been such a widespread issue here on the platform with demonetization and stuff like that going on, and, you know, I figured somebody was going to step up and sue at some point, but I haven't heard of any real big lawsuits or anything coming out of it yet, and this is the first one that I've really heard of, and apparently it's getting some pretty significant news coverage. Now, before we really get into this, I do want to say I don't really know anything about YouTube actually discriminating specifically against LGBT content here on the platform. I don't know if they do or not. I mean, I don't work at YouTube, so all I know is that YouTube really just doesn't seem to care about any of their creators across the board, and they seem to kind of just suppress everybody's content if they don't really agree with it, or they don't deem it, you know, suitable for advertisers or whatever their case is for anything. So with that being said, I don't know necessarily if they have a case or not. I'm not a legal expert, so we'll get more into the story and I'll give more thoughts and opinions on that one. So YouTube and its parent company Google are being sued by several LGBTQ social media stars who allege that the company discriminated against them when it came to restricting their content from making money and limiting its distribution. The lawsuit, filed late Tuesday in a federal court in California, claims that LGBTQ users are being subjected to unlawful content regulation, distribution, and monetization practices that stigmatize, restrict, block, demonetize, and financially harm the LGBTQ+ plaintiffs and the greater LGBTQ+ community. Creators can earn money directly from the ads running on their videos, but in recent years, some LGBTQ people have expressed concern about their videos being cut off from earning ad revenue and becoming age-restricted. When a video is age-restricted, it won't be seen by users under 18, and creators cannot make money from it. Those videos can also be harder for new viewers to find. This is because when a video has been age-restricted, that means that it's not really going to be shown in the algorithm. So, as you probably know, the best way really for your video to get recommended and really to blow up and stuff like that is for it to, you know, do well in the algorithm, because that's how YouTube really promotes your content. So I guess their lawsuit really is based around the whole demonetization stuff, which is pretty much what I expected coming out of this whole thing, because that's been such a rampant issue on YouTube for such a long time. But I don't really watch any like LGBT YouTubers or anything like that, so I don't necessarily know if they are being age restricted or anything, so I can't really comment on that. But I can definitely tell you that YouTube takes a lot of that stuff really extreme, you know, for no reason to, it seems like. With everything that's going on, and most of it is definitely because of the media itself, with the way that all of these different adpocalypses and stuff have unfolded, you know, YouTube has definitely really stepped up their enforcement of ridiculous policies. And I would say that it's harmed more than just the LGBT community. I mean, I'm not gay and I'm not transgender or anything like that, and I would say I've been harmed too. I mean, I'm not a member of this community, and I mean, I've been demonetized way more than I should have been, and I would say most people on YouTube who are monetized across their channel have dealt with these problems. They've had their videos blocked, you know, due to copyright issues that they shouldn't have. They've been stigmatized or demonetized, things like that. They've been financially harmed for reasons that they shouldn't have been. And when it comes down to the distribution, I don't care what YouTube says. When a video is demonetized, I have seen dozens of examples of my videos being demonetized. The views and the recommendations definitely decrease. YouTube has come out and said, oh, well, that's not what happens. When a video gets demonetized, that doesn't affect how the algorithm, you know, shows that video. I'm not the only YouTuber who this has happened to, but every time that my video gets demonetized, the views just completely diminish. There's a very sharp notice in that. Like, even if it gets demonetized right after it goes off or whatever, like, I'll publish a video and it'll be fine for like an hour or two, and it'll get, you know, the regular views or even higher views than normal, and then it'll just instantly get demonetized, and you can go into the real-time analytics and you can see the videos literally get halved, or they'll go down to a third of what they were. I don't think that's a coincidence that happens every single time. So I think maybe they have a little bit of legitimacy to their case when it comes to that. But, I mean, is it actually due to them being, you know, making LGBTQ content, or is it just simply because of the subject matter of that individual video? I think that's going to be the problem of what they're going to have to prove in court. Because, I mean, the court's not just going to say, oh, you know, this is why. I mean, they're going to have to actually show what's going on. But Alex Joseph, a YouTube spokesperson, told CNN Business in a statement that all content on its site is subject to the same policies. Our policies have no notion of sexual orientation or gender identity, and our systems do not restrict or demonetize videos based on these factors or on the inclusion of terms like gay or transgender, he said. Peter Obstler, a partner at law firm Brown George Ross, who is the lead attorney for the plaintiffs in this suit, said that YouTube is essential for his clients to get their message and their content out. We understand that there needs to be regulation, and we understand that there needs to be content-based curation, but it has to be consistent, he said. Which, yes, I can totally understand personally, and I think a lot of other content creators can definitely understand this, because YouTube definitely is not consistent when it comes down to how they're enforcing things either, because I feel like one day you can upload something and it'll be perfectly fine and it'll be monetizable, and you could upload it the next day and sometimes it'll just randomly get demonetized, but then again, they also have, an entire system of bots doing all this, and it's trying to enforce a website full of content where like years worth of content are being uploaded to the platform within a day, so I can cut a little bit more leniency when it comes down to that, but at the same time, there's definitely a lot of problems that I think do need to be addressed, and, I knew it was going to be a matter of time before something like this happened, but plaintiffs in this lawsuit include YouTube creators Bria Cam, Chrissy Chambers, Chase Ross, Brett Somers, and Lindsay Amer, and a company that produces an LGBTQ news show called G News that claims it submitted an ad which YouTube said it was not allowed to run. The lawsuit is seeking class action status. The lawsuit also claims that YouTube denied an LGBTQ news show the right to advertise and thereby increase its viewership on the platform. According to the lawsuit, Davino Group, the company behind GlitterbombTV.com's G News show, was not allowed to run an ad to promote a Christmas holiday video. Now, I've never heard of any of these channels or any of these creators personally. Like I said, I'm not in this community, so I'm not really out here just watching any of these creators, so I mean, if you guys know any of these people, feel free to, let me know what their situations are down below, because I really don't understand much of their context behind any of this, but like I said, I mean, the viewership thing, with their right to advertise, I think they're more or less talking about, they were actually trying to run an ad. They weren't trying to just get, AdSense and you get ads on your channel. I think they were actually trying to put an ad on the Google's network and actually try and, run ads on people's channels, which is something that I've personally done for my YouTube channel before. I have actually run ads for this YouTube channel before, so now here's where it really gets interesting. Apparently, they escalated the situation to customer service, which, Google has their customer service, which YouTube creators and stuff can go to mediate their issues and stuff. Now, apparently, a person identifying as an expert and a senior supervisor informed the consumer that the ad was being denied because the video was promoting shocking and sexually explicit content solely because the consumer was, quote, gay, and that the, quote, company policy deemed LGBTQ content as shocking and sexually explicit. In an audio recording of the Google AdSense customer service exchange obtained by CNN Business from the plaintiff's lawyer Obstler, the representative tells Davino that the major reason the ad was disapproved was, quote, because of the gay thing. According to the lawsuit, YouTube apologized to Davino for what they said was a misunderstanding and eventually agreed to run the ad. However, this happened more than 3 weeks after the Christmas holiday had passed, aka when the ad would most likely have been most effective. The law firm behind the lawsuit is also involved in a separate case against YouTube in which a conservative group, PragerU, claims that the platform unlawfully censored its educational videos. The first version of the lawsuit was thrown out by a judge last year. YouTube declined to comment. Tensions between YouTube and some members of the LGBTQ community have repeatedly surfaced in recent years. Okay, so apparently there have been lawsuits against YouTube before. Well, they didn't really get too far, but at least someone has actually tried. Earlier this year, transgender creators on YouTube expressed concern to CNN Business as some of their trans-related content, such as sexual education videos, had been limited from making ad money or made age-restricted. Many said that they're frustrated with YouTube's lack of transparency around why their videos are being demonetized. Well, I mean, I can kind of see why a video like sex ed videos would probably be limited from making ad revenue to a certain extent. And I would say maybe age restriction off of YouTube Kids and stuff, because personally I don't think a 4-year-old child on YouTube Kids should be watching videos about why, sexual education of any kind. regardless if it's a trans YouTuber or a straight YouTuber or anything, but I mean, to that one, I can kind of understand it, but a lot of this, man, it seems like it's a little bit of an overstep, but at the same time, a lot of this really just seems to be mostly the same thing that everyone's dealing with. Like, these aren't just exclusive to the LGBTQ community here on YouTube. Like, the demonetization issues of ridiculous things and a lot of these problems, these are going on with everybody. I mean, yeah, like maybe the weird phone calls with Google support where they're telling you, hey, it's because of the gay thing. Yeah, that's not necessarily going on with me, but I mean, yes, my videos have been demonetized and literally killed by YouTube before too. It's happened dozens of times. It's happened to pretty much everyone on YouTube at this point. So, I mean, I can definitely see some legitimacy in this lawsuit, and I think that YouTube needs to step up and do something about it, but at this point, I don't have any hope that they will, because I don't think they really care, but I guess one can have wishful thinking. I mean, that would be pretty cool, but of course, I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this whole thing down below. I've pretty much shared mine. I guess we'll see maybe if there's an update to this whole thing. If the lawsuit gets thrown out like the other one did or whatever happens with that, maybe I'll update this if I ever hear about it. So thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here. Follow me over on Twitter at @SubToOptimus. I post memes, thoughts, and updates over there. Surefire way to get notifications of all my newest content. Join the Discord down below. Lots of great things going on down there as well. Thank you to my channel members. Your support, I shouldn't say $5. Your support helps my channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, suing YouTube, and signing out.